Alright guys, what's going on? Today, I was going to move dirt, but we've had so much rain in the past 2 weeks that all of the clay is still soaking wet. It's sunny today, and it was sunny yesterday, but it's still too wet to move dirt. So, I have a bunch of firewood I've been neglecting to cut up and stack up. So that means all I'm going to do today is move a bunch of firewood around. Cut it up, stack it up, get it ready for the summer. Before I get going here, I'm actually going to sharpen all 3 of my chainsaw blades. I won't bore you with all this because it's literally the same thing over and over for 3 chains, but just know I'm doing it. Alright, so first things first, I have an oak tree here that I cut down up at the house that I drug down here that needs cut up. There's an old oak tree from back in the woods that I cut up that I cut down that needs finished cutting up. That big log I'm saving for a retaining wall somewhere because it's so big I don't want to deal with it. And then I have this log over here which I've started to cut up. All of which need finished cutting up into logs. We'll start with the biggest on the bottom, as you can tell. I've already started here and move up to the smaller logs on top, continuing to grow this pile. And then I have 2, maybe 3 trees on the 400-yard shooting range that I'd like to cut down to make room so I could fit 2 or 3 more targets near the 300-yard target range. So let's get to it. Try to stand that tree back up. I'll have to cut it down though. Alrighty, that'll work for now. I'll get this one cleaned up and then I'll push the other one out, I hope. What is smoking out of my exhaust? Did something build a nest in there? I'm gonna say something did. I don't know why this thing's smoking so much. This is red oak, so it's heavy as crap. All right, let's push those big logs over here so they're easier to get to. Now back to cutting. I think I'm gonna have to find a new place to stack firewood because I'm gonna be out of room after I clean up this stuff that's right here. And I don't know where else to stack it. A couple more branches to cut up. I might not actually be able to cut those 2 trees down today that I want to cut down because I won't have anywhere to put them. And it's not like I have to do them today. I was just going to while I was already in the fire cutting mood, but I can always save that for another day. I think what I'll do is just get this area cleaned up so it's done. This has been a mess for like probably over a year now. I've just been too lazy to do it. And I know these kind of videos are probably boring, but it's what I'm doing, so I'm gonna film it. Not every day is fun and glorious. Most of them are like this, boring and monotonous. Gotta do them anyway. Try to drag this treetop out into the open and we'll cut it. Let me cut this tree down real quick. Alrighty, that was easy. Get these picked up real quick and then I can hook a chain to that treetop and get it out of here. Alrighty, let's hook a chain to that and get it out of there. See if I can bend my bucket all to crap. It's a little more stuck than I thought. I'm gonna have to flip around here. Try this a little differently. I'm going to cut a little bit of weight off of that, I think. Perfect. In my bar. All right, let's try to pull that out now. That's what I thought. Pick up most of this and I can cut up the rest of it, and we're basically done for today, unfortunately. I'll drive around, try to find a new spot to store firewood, but I don't really know where else I could. We'll just see. All right, let's cut up the rest of this real quick. Alrighty, get these picked up. Probably just have to burn all this brush, put it in a pile, light it on fire one day just to get rid of it. It's a pretty good pile of firewood. It's like 3 rows deep back there.